My name is Willie Soon. I'm a scientist at the Harvard Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics. I've been studying both the Sun and the Earth climate system for the past 20 years. And my concern, especially with regard to the role of carbon dioxide causing global warming and climate change, is indeed that most of the alarming aspect of carbon dioxide causing all this disastrous effect are indeed do not have any strong scientific supports, in the sense that most of them are overplayed, and all these issues concerning carbon dioxide harming the biological system or even the chemical aspect of the cycling of the Earth system is too exaggerated to the point in which that one can show convincing refuting evidence. So this is why I call for basically all the leaders that goes to the Copenhagen from December 7 to 18 to have that strong courage to really stand against climate alarmism, and then to stand for basically access to energy use that would be able to help us better take care of our own environment and so forth. And indeed that we should really have the courage to try to reject any Copenhagen deal at all, especially with regards to treating carbon as a tradable commodity, and because it will be totally disastrous in terms of both the cost and actually the actual outcome itself, because you will gain nothing from doing such a restrictive effort to try to control carbon emission, because the outcome is that you will neither get the weather and climate to change in any reasonable or meaningful way, in which, in a sense that you can say that you can moderate some sort of hurricane landing on New Orleans, or a drought in the southwest of the United States, or even in the southeast of the United States, and you will not get none of this sort of that expectable outcome that one would imagine from doing carbon dioxide restriction emission. And then finally, I really want to make sure that we know that the tools in which that all this climate alarmism came from, which is essentially the so-called climate model, the computer climate modeling, are extremely, I would say, not reliable at all, in the sense that it doesn't even have cloud in the system. So imagine that treating a computer climate that has no cloud in it, that doesn't do anything that realistic relation to the cloud, and how are we supposed to be able to say anything about what the weather and climate will do? And this is why the state of where we are today is extremely urgent in some sense, and therefore I caution anyone who keep insisting that atmospheric carbon dioxide is going to cause global warming and all this climate disaster to take a step back and to think a little bit further on what it is that you are trying to achieve in terms of this outcome that you are proposing. And I really think that this is the kind of rational decision making that we must have before really it's gone too late, by having everybody foolishly going along this particular path of a carbon emission restriction scheme that will be highly damaging for almost everyone on planet Earth, including any species that you wish to say or specify in this particular picture.